Hi, it's Matt and Beck from Micah, Australia, and we're here to tell you about a brand new campaign and how Australian Christians can be a part of a nationwide movement to end COVID for all.
Before we ask you to join this campaign, here's a short clip showing you why your voice is so important right now.
While Australia has been a world leader in flattening the curve, too many of our global neighbours are far worse off. In fact, they're in crisis. Hundreds of healthcare workers in these vulnerable countries are trying to save lives in healthcare systems on the verge of collapse. Around the world, hundreds of doctors and nurses have died from COVID-19 due to shortages in personal protective equipment and overwork. In many densely populated cities, patients queue for hours, many without being seen. ICUs are being forced to close their doors and morgues are over capacity. With 75% of people in the least developed countries lacking access to clean water and soap, the primary means of infection prevention, the odds are not on their side. Without our help, COVID-19 could push over 70 million people into extreme poverty. But with more vital support, Australia could expand on the incredible work that we are already doing, like how we have provided personal protective equipment for healthcare workers in Papua New Guinea, Timor-Leste, and Fiji to ensure the safety of healthcare workers. But we need to do so much more. We must help protect the world's most vulnerable and those already affected by conflict, like the almost 1 million Rohingya refugees encamped in Cox's Bazar in Bangladesh, where COVID-19 is spreading. So together, let's pledge to stand in solidarity with our global neighbours and encourage our government to provide vital support for countries that are ill-equipped for a pandemic. Because that's what good neighbours do. This vital support will help to provide our most vulnerable neighbours much-needed access to water, hand-washing facilities, protective equipment and COVID testing kits, among many other great initiatives which will help people to rebuild their lives in a COVID-safe way and ensure no one is left behind. Because it's not over until it's over for our neighbours, our country, our world, everyone. End COVID for all.
We believe it's so important for Christians to be aware right now of how COVID-19 is having a devastating impact on the lives and the health of so many vulnerable communities around the world, and we'd ask you to be praying for those communities right now.
The first practical action we'd like to invite you to do as part of this campaign is to sign our online pledge. With this online pledge, the Australian government will see that there are thousands of Australians across this country who are with them in providing vital support to these vulnerable nations during this time.
Another practical thing you might like to do is write to your federal member of parliament, and Micah has provided a letter template for you to do this. And we know that MPs love hearing from their constituents, and a handwritten letter is a really powerful way to let them know you support this campaign, and you might even like to get together with your Bible study or your life group and do this together.
Then, on the 19th of August, we are encouraging a symbolic night of action to end COVID for all. And for churches, this could look like hosting an evening of worship and prayer for vulnerable nations still facing the effects of COVID. It may be the night that you do get together and write those letters to your MPs. Doesn't matter what it looks like, what's important is going to be coming together on that evening.
Thanks so much for your support. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to go to endcovidforall.com for more information.